Hello, and welcome to Summarize Science. Have you ever watched a video where one scene awkwardly fades or cuts into a completely different one? Creating a smooth, believable transition between two totally unrelated clips, say a running horse and a speedboat, is incredibly difficult. Simple crossfades just create a ghostly, messy overlay that looks unprofessional. Today, we're looking at a new paper that introduces a method called SAGE, which aims to solve this very problem. SAGE stands for Structure-Aware Generative Video Transitions. The researchers were inspired by how professional artists and editors craft transitions. Artists don't just blend pixels, they identify key shapes, like silhouettes and dominant lines, and find clever ways to morph one into the other. They also ensure that the motion, like a camera pan, continues smoothly to guide the viewer's eye. SAGE tries to automate these artistic principles. Here's the core idea. SAGE looks at the two clips it needs to connect. First, it extracts the important structural lines and motion cues from the end of the first clip and the beginning of the second. Think of it as creating a simple line drawing or a skeleton of the key objects in the scene. Then comes the clever part. It doesn't just linearly morph these lines, which could cause them to cross and collapse unnaturally. It uses a sophisticated method involving B-spline trajectories to create a fluid, motion-aware path for how the structure of the first scene should transform into the second. This creates a sort of animated structural guidance for the transition. This guidance is then handed over to a powerful pre-trained generative AI, specifically a diffusion model. This AI uses the animated line drawing as a blueprint, a frame-by-frame guide, to generate the final, full-color video transition. The result is a transition that is not only smooth, but also structurally and semantically coherent. The researchers put SAGE to the test against several other state-of-the-art methods. As you can see from these comparisons, other methods often result in ghosting, wiping effects that ignore the scene's motion or structural collapse. In contrast, SAGE produces far more plausible and consistent results, maintaining the integrity of the objects as they transform. A user study confirmed this, with participants strongly preferring SAGE's transitions for their smoothness and realism. So, let's recap the key points. SAGE bridges diverse video clips by first understanding their underlying structure and motion. It then creates an intelligent blueprint for the transition, which guides a generative AI to fill in the details. This approach avoids the common pitfalls of older techniques like ghosting and structural collapse. What does this mean for the future? This technology could revolutionize video editing, making it possible for creators at any level to produce stunning, content-aware transitions that were previously the domain of high-end visual effects artists. It's a huge step towards making generative AI a truly creative partner in storytelling. That's all for today on Summarize Science. Thanks for watching.